I usually go shopping every week, and sometimes I go to different stores, and it does take some time. In January, I just didn't want to go to the store one weekend, and I thought, well, maybe I can go another week. And I had plenty of food. And then when that week was over, I thought, well, maybe I can go another week. I had planned to go, but I still had some canned goods. So I did another week, and I ended up going 4 weeks, and it wasn't that hard. I found that I was getting creative with my recipes. I only had to get dried food out a few times. I thought about my shopping, and I realized, okay, if I just get a few more of these protein items, then I'll be set for even longer and can do this again. I tried it out. I went to the store. I got stocked up on plenty of stuff. I ended up spending $230. So I got a lot of stuff. It was perfect. I had bought a little bit more of those items. I went 5.5 weeks. I still had lunch meat and cheese, which honestly, that makes things easy. I hadn't even gotten to frozen vegetables yet, so I still had plenty of frozen vegetables, which to me is a way to measure how good you're eating. Week 5.5, still had vegetables, still had lunch meat, still had cheese. And I was like, I'll go because I am out of certain items. This isn't a big shopping trip. I just get a few things like the milk yogurt cheese, and of course I couldn't pass up a tea. And that helps me go all the way to 7 weeks between shopping trips, which is the longest I've ever gone. So technically it was 5.5 weeks, but actually getting shopping, I went 7 weeks. What came of this was I found that I started to get more creative, and I started to find new recipes because I had to. I was challenged to. I did save money. I usually spend double that and more on food. At the end of it, I didn't even notice, but the last couple weeks I was eating and incorporating beans, and I will continue to do that because I like beans. I think they're healthy. I'm going to continue to use chia seeds for my eggs as much as I can when baking because I want to savor my eggs. Just learning different things that have a better shelf life. If I didn't have chocolate, I was using cocoa, and that's when I came up with my cheese bread recipe, which now I think is like necessary to have. It just felt like it was like simple in a good way. And I didn't have to worry about shopping on the weekend. I could really just try and relax, which is ideal. Now, the other thing that happened, and I didn't realize this until like week 6 or 7, usually I have to have a banana very often. Sometimes I would not go a day without having a banana. And if I did, it was okay, but I knew that we need to get to the store and get some bananas. So I just love bananas. And at the end of this 7 weeks, obviously my bananas I do freeze some bananas. I cut them up and freeze them before they get too ripe. And so I did have some bananas until like a few weeks, but not fresh bananas, where you just get to eat them whole. Now I don't need to have a banana every day. I'm okay with not having bananas. Like, I didn't even buy bananas. I can't believe this, but I don't know. My banana addiction is complete. So I do have fresh fruit, different kinds of fresh fruit, and I have no problem. Like, I love bananas so much, I would eat them. I love them. A quick story. Sometimes when you have roommates, you might decide, hey, it's okay if we eat each other's food. Sometimes, certain items. And with some roommates, I made that agreement. Okay, sure, because they didn't eat very much, so I wasn't worried about them eating a lot anyway. So we made the agreement. Hey, it's okay. We'll share food a little bit. Share milk a little bit. Bananas were a thing. We were all obsessed with bananas. And I had bought some bananas. The rule nobody talks about is you can eat, if you make that agreement, you can eat people's food, but you can't eat the last one. You can't eat the last cookie. I was looking forward to this banana. Sometimes when we feel like our life, we can only control certain things. And I think that the banana to me was like what I felt I could control still. So I go to eat this banana, and one of my roommates ate the banana. And it was an adult style, not a meltdown, but it was intense feelings on my side. Who ate my banana? In the end, I couldn't be mad because the agreement was it's okay to eat. We had agreed on it. It was fine. It was fine. Just go get more bananas, right? But I was actually shocked at my own reaction because it was just almost like, the who ate my lunch kind of situation. I love bananas. I have a long history with bananas. Anyway, right now, let's talk about bananas. I do feel like I want one a little bit, but honestly, it's not like before where it was like I could not be away from a store because I needed to have fresh bananas. The reason I did this is because it just really it hit my center where I've just been raised this way to be mindful about what you're eating and how much you're spending, and it just makes me happy. Eating what I buy is important to me. I never thought I would be able to go 5.5 weeks without going to the store.